We live in a world where the possibilities of artificial intelligence taking over, like in Genesis, is a possibility. To do this, however, it would rely on huge improvements in technology as we know it. According to Moore's law, that will happen. Moore's law is an observation that computing power doubles every approximately 2 years. This computing power would be inputted into a machine capable of carrying out a complex series of actions automatically. In other words, a robot. Artfink, however, was more than just a robot. Artfink had artificial intelligence. AI is a computer system capable of performing a task normally required by human intelligence. We have AI all around us, on our phones, iPads, Google search algorithms, those Roomba vacuum things. But Artfink was more than that. He had a strong AI. Since AI can be broken up into two different categories, weak AI and strong AI. Siri, for example, is weak AI. It can only do simple tasks. An AI which would play chess or play interesting music would still be considered as weak AI, as it can only do that one thing. There is an example in Genesis which describes Seal's Chinese room. This idea claims that if a person was in a room and instructed to respond to somebody talking to it in Chinese that they didn't actually understand, they would respond with Chinese characters. Now, they don't actually understand what they are saying. They are just simply saying it. This is an example of weak AI. Strong AI, on the other hand, is a wonderfully scary thing. Strong AI is when it knows what everything is. It knows what thought is, not simply the action, but the experience and the meaning behind it. It knows what beliefs are, what emotions are, not at the chemical level, but at the human level. Once it reaches that point, and AI has the intellectual capability equal to humans, it will be able to self-improve to a point where it will make Albert Einstein, Stephen Hawking, and all of us obsolete. Robots can only do a task, like waving an arm. AI takes an input, makes a decision, and then gives an output.
The idea that a computer may be intelligent began with the invention of the first program-controlled computers by German inventor Konrad Zuse in 1941. In 1950, Alan Turing proposed the Turing tests. They could measure what was at the time called machine intelligence. In the same year, Isaac Asimov published the 3 laws of robotics. These were: a robot may not injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come to harm. A robot must obey the orders given to it by human beings, except where such orders would conflict with the first law. A robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second laws. Artificial intelligence as an official field of research was founded at a conference at Dartmouth College in New Hampshire in the US in 1956. The attendees, including John McCarthy, Marvin Minsky, and Nathaniel Rochester, became the leaders in the field for many decades after. In 1971, a robot called SHRDLU was created. It has a user interface and a robot arm that could perform basic tasks given to it in English. However, it only understood block English, made up of basic nouns, verbs, and adjectives. In 1944, 2 robot cars drove more than 1,000 kilometers on a Paris 3-line highway in traffic at speeds of up to 130 kilometers an hour, with humans on board. They demonstrated an awareness of other moving objects, knowledge of road rules, for example, lane changing, and an ability to autonomously react to a changing environment. In 1997, Cleverbot was published on the web. The program would have conversations with its users, and it would save responses from human users for future conversations. In 2000, the Nomad Robot autonomously explored remote regions of Antarctica, searching for meteorite samples. In 2004, the ASIMO Robot, an AI-controlled humanoid robot, was created by Honda. It was able to walk as fast as a human and deliver trays to customers in a restaurant. More recent activities in AI include the mobile app Siri, a completely self-driving car created by Google, and a program created by Facebook that can identify faces in pictures better than a human can. However, possibly the most impressive AI accomplishment in the last decade was the creation of the Watson AI. Watson was the name given to a computer capable of answering questions in natural language, and it was originally created to compete on the quiz show Jeopardy in 2011. During the game show, the contestants are asked general knowledge questions and given clues towards the answer. For this, Watson had 4 terabytes worth of unstructured data stored, including the entire content of Wikipedia. The computer won the $1 million prize money. In 2013, Watson's computer software systems began being utilized towards the treatment of lung cancer to great success. And there is now proposals of the use of the complex software in other fields in medicine and in many other areas altogether. Many people believe that an AI may eventually become more proficient at learning, deciphering, and socializing than the brain of a human. AI expert Ray Zerwell predicts that within 15 years, robots will have overtaken us and will be able to exhibit intelligent behavior greater than that of a human. Stower Boyd, lead researcher for GigaOM Research, predicted that by 2025, pizzas will not be delivered by teenagers hoping for a tip. Food will be raised by robotic vehicles. Even in small urban farms, that will become the norm. Since so many people will have lost their jobs to bots, your X-rays will be reviewed by a battery of Watson-grade AIs, and humans will only be pulled in when the machines disagree. Robotic sex partners will be commonplace, although the source of scorn and division, the way that critics today bemoan selfies as an indicator of all that's wrong with the world. In fact, it is almost the universal view of experts worldwide that we will experience, and have already become to experience, an exponential growth in AI complexity.
AI will take our jobs. It will advance in intelligence and will dramatically change the world that we live in. Is that a good thing or not? That really matters on what you think. The ethics behind the situation is something that, as the new generation, we are going to have to deal with. AIs are being developed into laws, lethal autonomous weapon systems. There is massive funding from DARPA, Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. It's going to become a scary world, but should we stop it? AI can make it so all of us can live in a world of protection and safety, a world where the best of doctors are on your device, or somebody who died long ago when AI became strong.